Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I'm gonna share with you what's going on in my life, where I've been, what has happened, what is hopefully gonna happen, what we're waiting for, because we are waiting for a lot of things. It's gonna be a long one. I ramble a lot, so if you want to hang around, know what's going on, go grab yourself a drink of choice or food, or do something productive. Maybe hit the treadmill, maybe fold your laundry, whatever it is that you do, just come and hang around. And if you do fall asleep, I don't blame you. This is going to be my home for the upcoming 2 months. I hope it's going to be 2 months and not longer, but we are living in a hotel, essentially. What happened? We have been building our house, or at least the project has gone on for a very long time. So let's rewind and start from the beginning. I met my boyfriend when I lived in Estonia, a beautiful country, one of the Baltic states, right in the Finland. That's where I lived, and I bumped into my boyfriend. We had a long distance relationship for what seemed like forever. It was a few years. It was tough. And then I moved a little step closer to him. I forgot to mention he was from Belgium. I mean, he still is from Belgium, obviously, but I decided to move a little bit closer, but not too close. I went and did my last year of uni in the Netherlands, in Rotterdam. It was closer to Belgium. Our relationship also worked when we saw each other more often, because this is something that can happen in a long distance relationship, is that it's all fun and haha until you see each other more, and then you realize, darn, we got nothing in common. So I did that, and I did my last year of uni there, and then we moved in together in Belgium. We bought a house to live in temporarily, and by temporarily we had a plan of either finding a new house of our dreams or building one, and the preference was to build one. It was not as much my dream as it was my boyfriend's dream. He really wanted to build something from scratch. So we were supposed to be in the house for a maximum of 3 years. That 3 years turned into 11. And during the time, a lot of things have happened. At some point we had a piece of land. We had drawn up all of the plans. We were just about to file for a building permit, and we found another piece of land which had a better location, which had better restrictions. You could build something different from there because you have restrictions per plot of land. We decided to go for that new piece of land. So our old project just went into the bin. We were focusing on the new piece of land, and I put my daughter to school in that city where we were about to start building, because I knew I will be moving anytime soon. It's been 6 years and we are now nearing completion of the project. And we had a lot of unluck in the beginning with the permits, with bureaucracy, with all that kind of stuff. And then when the construction actually started, because we are building also under the ground, we have a whole level just under the ground, like a basement level. We had to pump away a lot of water. It all took so much time and so much longer than we had planned. And then when we went further with the project, we had a lot of disappointments in terms of certain partners we were building with, and a lot of mess of crap happened. So every time that something happened, we had to postpone everything again. And if you have renovated, if you have done construction, or God bless you if you've built your own house, if you have planned certain time slots for certain teams, then if one just doesn't show up, the next one cannot go on with his job unless the first one is ready with it. It's a whole chain reaction. So It's been a limbo. The past 3 years have really been like, oh my goodness, I cannot believe this is happening. The start of 2021, we really thought this will be the year. We will definitely celebrate Christmas in the new house. Everything was going well. So well, in fact, that in spring we put our house where we were living in at that time, we put it on the market and it sold real quick. I think it was around May that we found buyers. In Belgium, it is such that every country has different rules, right? But in Belgium, it's such that if you sell a property, whether it be an apartment or a house, you find the buyers. It takes at least 4 months to complete a purchase or a sale of property because of all of the amount of paperwork that needs to be done in the background by the notary, by the real estate agent, just like all kinds of checkups. It's, it's just what it is. People are used to that here. So if we found buyers in May, we were thinking, okay, we can definitely move end of August. We agreed on a date to sign the documents. Quite soon, it was becoming evident we would not make it. We postponed it, and then we got into the situation that our buyers were selling their house. They thought they wouldn't be done until spring 2022, but their house also sold real quickly. So then they had the problem of, guys, we would love to push the dates, but we can't because we also need to move. We also have pressure from our buyers. The last week of October, it became very evident, and it was suddenly decided, okay, we need to clear the house by the 15th of November. And up until then, we had kind of like been in this situation of uncertainty, hoping that our house would be ready by then because we're building a new house. And so what happened is, because of you know what in the world, there's a shortage of raw materials, there are problems with workers, like a whole myriad of problems that just kind of pile up on top of each other. And I'm a very patient person. I'm very patient. I have a lot of patience. And I have been in a situation where I had nowhere to live when I was a student at uni. It's a long story, but I literally didn't have a home, a place to call home. I know how it feels to not have a home. So for me to be waiting on a house that is going to be a dream home was not a problem. And every time the dates were pushed back, I was like, okay, there are tougher and more dramatic things in life than moving a bunch of dates. But everyone has a limit. So every time that we had to kind of like reschedule everything, and mind you, our brand new furniture for the house has been sitting in a warehouse for almost 2 years, just been sitting there because we ordered on time and our house is still not ready. Well, thankfully we have really good partners when it comes to interior decoration. I love my interior decorator. If you're watching, I cannot tell her when we're actually going to move. So what was supposed to be a stressless move, in the sense that we thought we would take our stuff and bring it to the new house, it turned into a madness where we had to empty our entire home, find a place to live for the upcoming 2-3 months, which is also not easy. Because in Belgium, all the apartments, at least most of them, come unfurnished. We were not going to take any furniture from our old house because we have brand new furniture waiting for us. And also, everyone who rents their apartment wants to have a contract for at least a year, which was not something we were willing to do. And then when I look at Airbnbs, it became very apparent that Airbnbs are also extremely expensive because they are not made for long-term stays generally. We also have the holidays coming up, so the friends who were really offering come and stay with us, let me just say that it was very touching how people really wanted to help us. that always touches me. When people are kind to each other, when people help each other out, that is to me the most beautiful thing in the world, honestly. It always moves me when people really mean what they say and they're like, listen, you can stay with us. And we had a few people say that to us. If you're watching, then you know who you are, and thank you so much. As much as we love the offer, you don't just go and crush on someone's couch for longer than 2 weeks, right? 1 week, 2 weeks. I mean, we're a family of 3 and we have 2 cats, and the holidays are coming up. People are going to do things with their own families. So long story short, now we're staying at a hotel for the upcoming 2 months. We are hoping that by January, the upstairs of our house will be ready so that we can move in there. I mean, we were literally willing to go and camp at our house as it is, with no ceilings, with no luxury, essentially. Just have like 3 rooms ready for us and our cats. And it was impossible. It was impossible because the production of the furniture and all that kind of stuff, the built-ins, it was just, yeah. So we are now hoping that in January we can move in. Oh boy, will I be happy if that day comes, if and when that day comes. So yeah, that is the situation right now. And yeah, I cannot complain. I absolutely cannot complain. We have 2 connecting rooms. We have a space here for our cats. We are all very happy here. It's not ideal. It's not ideal, of course. But again, there are so many worse places than they could be in than a hotel, where there are at least a few things that I don't have to think about. We are all emotionally and physically just exhausted. I think more so emotionally, because of the roller coaster that has been the past years. And frankly, I'd say the past 10 years have been like a massive roller coaster for me. I might go into detail in the future, but I'm a firm believer that you learn from like really tough situations. I'm not calling sitting in the hotel room a tough situation. I'm talking about the emotional stuff that goes around behind the scenes, and a lot of things that have happened that I cannot go into right here. But the tough things that happen, they do happen because you can like go into the good things, the positive things, and first of all be proud of yourself that you conquered that crappy part, and also to really appreciate the good stuff that you have. And for me, for example, I'm sitting here in this hotel room. I don't have to worry about cleaning the rooms. They get cleaned whenever I feel like putting out the sign, please clean the room, right? And I'm so used to like having a lot of stress and anxiety that I'm actually having stress and anxiety because I don't have anything to stress about right now, which sounds ridiculous, but yeah, I can now focus on other things in my life. One of them being filming regular content for you guys. And what else? I think this is about it. If you have any pressing questions that I haven't addressed here, then just leave them down below in the comment section. I will address them. And now in the second part, I will show you our empty house tour, because I filmed it not only for you guys but also for us, so that it would be good to look back at one day. I have bits and pieces from the move, so I hope you enjoy the next video as well. And yeah, thank you so much for hanging around, for listening to me. If you made it this far, you get 5 million thumbs up from me. But yes, let's hope and pray that January things are going to go our way, because I have a lot of fun things planned, not only here but also in my own life. I feel as if I have been like stuck and paralyzed. I don't have any like dramatic health issues. I don't have any like dramas on a daily basis, but a lot of things that have happened in my life have kind of like accumulated, and the situations that I have been in have made it such that in times that I don't have to worry about anything, I feel like almost like, oh my God, don't move, because then you're going to jinx it, then you're going to mess it up. So I feel now that I can actually start living. I know it sounds so corny and ridiculous, but this is literally how I feel. So I am trying to, again, a corny sentence, I'm going to try to be the best version of myself as I possibly can. But that's what life is all about, right? Okay, so that is it. I need a drink, I need a sip, but thank you for watching for so long. Thanks for your support, and as always, I'll see you again next time. Bye.